Sorry Ryan, it's really hard to film. There, see, told you. Hello and welcome. We're going to replace this radio with an Android head unit. What are you going to need first? Trim removal tools like this. You'll also need a Torx screwdriver like this, and you will also need radio removal tools like these. These are specific to this radio. It's the RT6 RNEG2. Our recommendation: a magnet so the screws don't get lost. So let's hop to it. First is the trim here. Nicely and gently, and it will pop out. There we are. Beautiful piece of trim. Next, 1, 2, 3 screws. There you go. Got it out with my magnet. There you go. Don't forget to unhook this. There we are. That sucks. There you go, 1. There you go, 2. 1 screen out. There you go. Put that into 4th, so I've got more space. 1. 1. 2. Press down. Press down. Press down. There you go. It's all out. 1 radio. These sort of things, I'll get them out in a minute. Next step, let's see what we've got. So there was this box, and that's got all the cables, and it's got the frame as well. So yeah, there's that. And there is the unit itself. I got this brand Johnson because the reviews are very good, and it's only a 2 gigabyte I should say. And this is on purpose. This is cheap. This was financed by the sale of my last radio. So if it goes pear-shaped, I won't have spent too much money on it, and I can get something else. Well, look, here's the manual and screws. Ooh, good news, there are screws here. Have a look at this. Looks all right. Oh, hang on a sec, of course. Aha, I see. So this has to go on behind. No, is it? Probably this goes on behind, and then this latches onto that. So this has to come out again. Is that right? So it'll be like this. This will fit in like so. Like that. So this will go on top. Like that. These 2 pieces will then grapple together, will be screwed together and hold in place. See, these don't seem to line up perfectly. So I'm going to need my magnet, make sure this doesn't fall off. Am I doing this wrong? Can't be. This is not good. This one. So I'm going to do something. It's going to avoid the warranty. There. Courage, my friends. I cock up so you don't have to. I am not sure I'm doing this right. What I might have to do is unscrew this. But it doesn't matter, because it's a dry run. At least I'll learn. Good. So yeah, I'm going to have to take it apart and screw the screen in first. Be warned, the instructions say none of this, which isn't cool. Am I doing it wrong? Do I only attach it at the bottom? Oh dear. I would know if the instructions said something, but they don't. Meh. Here. I'll attach the cables first. So this obviously will go into the radio. What's this? I don't know. Probably the canvas. Stop again. I'm going to take this apart because I don't think this is fitting properly. So instead of doing it the way I was doing it, what's this for? So instead of doing that, I'm going to do it another way. I'm going to plug all this up first, all these cables, and then, only then, will I put the frames on. Like so. That is like so. This is just like plug and play. It's got these slots with these holes, number of pins. So it's 10 pins here, 10 or 12. 12 pin, 6 pin, 4 pin, 8 pin, and so on. And there's only one places these plugs can fit. What's this? A speaker. What else do we have? Well, bollocks. Oh, of course, yeah. You plugged it in the wrong one. Yeah, here's a top tip. Make sure you plug in the right one, because I wasn't plugging in the right harness. I could tell by these, comparing it to the radio, which one's which. Now to get it out. That's out. That's out. Be gone. What's this? I don't know. Do I need it? No, because I've got nowhere to plug this in. I've got nothing to plug it. Nothing where this would plug into. Back you go. Power. What else needs to be hooked up? This 8-pin socket. There. Oh, hang on a sec. This is for the USB. Yeah, I'm going to plug this in. So I've got a USB output here. Perfect. I remove the USB cable I have there already. There you go. Away with you and in with you. Great. So anyway, loads of these cables are going to stay here, not going to be used for anything. So I'll just push them to the side. So hopefully that's it. Those are all the cables I will need to plug in. Hopefully. But first I've got to try to thread some of these cables that are here to the top part. So here's the USB cable. Out you come. There you go, baby. This cable can get lost. I can shove that in some way. The main cables though, they need to come up. Hopefully they've got enough space. These main cables need to be available up at the top. I had to stop and pause because the main plug thing, this thing, won't go up to the top compartment. So I'm going to try and unplug that wire there, it's really hard to see, but I've got to pull it out. It's got some kind of I don't know, cable tie holding it to the wall. I'm going to pull it out, see if I can pull the cable upwards. I'm going to have to remove this because I can't get to where I want to. Remove the air conditioning control unit, which I've never done before. There you go. It's a shame to undo Citroen's great work, but there you go. Oh god, it still doesn't have any wiggle room at all. I'm going to start swearing very soon. This is going to be a pig. And try and button all of this back up. Got an extra USB cable. Part of me is wishing I didn't have to film this. I wish I hadn't said I'm going to film it. Oh, I had to, didn't I? Hopefully this is filming. If it isn't, I'm sort of past caring right now. I've got to that point in the job where I'm so annoyed I want everything to go and screw itself. And I'm saying screw itself because I don't want to get demonetized. There you go, you sodding piece of sod. There you go. That's done. It's in, I'm buttoning things up, and that's it. I'm going to save the configuration, all that stuff, for some other video. God, this is annoying. So it's a couple of days later. It's still hot, but not as sunny, so it's a lot more bearable being in here. And by the time I got to the end of that video, I was swearing, and I was tired, and I was exhausted, and now I'm in better shape. So, a couple of things since then that I found out. First off, the CAN bus. You've got to set that up. You go here to factory. Sorry, let me go back. You're in the settings menu. It says car settings. Enter factory. Default code 000000. Of course, this is only valid for the Johnson unit that I've got here. Car type setting, simple soft, PSA, and the first one that says PSA XB01, it's a generic setting, it seems to be. So that's a bit weird, but if you put the actual, I don't remember where I saw it, High World, was it here? Yeah, 2008 to 2013 C5. Doesn't work with those settings. So there's that. Also, to get Android Auto to work, you've got this program called Z-Link. Now, what I recommend you do is open up your Android Auto on your phone, You have to search. It's not an app that's easy to find. You have to search for it. I think it's a setting, not an app. And from there, try to connect to your car. There are videos online that explain it much better than I do, so I won't try. This Z-Link malarkey, I tried to connect the phone through here. It's got wireless mirroring. You get to this screen, you point to the QR code, and you have to go to a website and download the Z-Link app. Now, I don't think it's even called Z-Link. It's very weird. It's not available on Google Play Store, at least not where I live, in my region. And you have to first off, you're downloading it from some third-party site. You have to deactivate your phone's security settings for Android to be able to put in third-party apps. And then even when you do install it, it says like the certificate, the privacy protection, it's out of date. So you have to deactivate that. You have to install it at your own risk. And all this just for wireless mirroring. You can have your phone screen mirrored here. But personally, I find that useless. I want Android Auto. Apologies for those of you using Apple. I don't know how to configure that. Once it's up and running, in this case Android Auto, it works brilliantly. It works better wired. When it's wireless, it can lag a bit. And the music can stutter. It's not brilliant, but that doesn't happen all the time. I don't know. It seems to, have a mind of its own. Something else as well. Parking sensors work, but they don't give off sound. You don't get sound through the car speakers. I should have installed a speaker that came with the kit, and it would have gone back here. I'm gonna have to rip this out again and install that speaker. I don't think it's worth a video to do that. I mean, you've seen how the logic goes in terms of installing things here. So this is now working, and it works rather well, I have to admit. There are some things that I like. Sounds really good. Android Auto is superb. And I like the fact that I turn off the car and this doesn't turn off straight away. That's good. I like that. So yeah, anyway, enough. If you've made it this far, what a slog. Thank you for staying this long, and I apologize for the length of the video, but I had to show everything. I think now you see what's going on behind all these bits. So if you want to do the same thing, not with just this unit in particular, but any other kind of unit, you know more or less what to do. So hopefully you'll find this useful. Thanks very much for watching. Go to comfortablecar.club to check out some car themed t-shirts, and I bid you farewell.